Shalom. For the foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Yahweh Kapadash, Barakatah. Give honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, to all Akim across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. All right. It's basically a lesson about the waters, man. You know, and water is a very essential part of life. Okay. I'm not sure how many days. I heard it was 3. 3 days without water or something like that. All right, and you die. But water is a necessity for our life, man. Okay. All right, and we must drink this water, man. All right. As a kid, we were raised up on Kool-Aid. When it was hot outside, we'd run in the house and grab Kool-Aid because as kids, you want something sweet. Mom always enforced water, but we always had Kool-Aid in the fridge. Figure that one. But the point being is, you wanted the Kool-Aid because it was sweet, but it was unhealthy for you. Because all the cups of sugar you put in it. But when you're really thirsty, and you're really hot, and you're really burning in the spirit, you drink this water. The water soothes you and it relaxes you. Okay, sometimes when you're on the line and a brother may be hot in the spirit, which got you hot in the spirit, but he's hotter, so to speak. Okay, sometimes you gotta continue the lesson at home. Go home and do a continuation on the lesson, or go home and do a skillful adding. Okay, the point being is drinking this water. All right. Reading these scriptures, following the words of the Lord. Okay? So this is St. John 7:37. In the last day, the great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, "If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." Okay? So, believing on Yahweh Shai is the first and foremost thing of getting this water. Okay? You gotta believe on the Lord as He said to believe on Him, man. Okay? That He's a man of war, that He hates evil, that He's gonna destroy the sinners out of this place, that He's coming back to judge this place, and ultimately He's coming back for salvation of the Jews, of the elect. When I say Jews, I mean the Israelites, the Native Americans, the Latinos, and the so-called Negroes that are scattered abroad across the 4 corners of the earth. Okay? The rivers of living water is just knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. All right? The Lord said, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me." So when we're reading these scriptures, we're actually drinking of the water of Yahweh Shem Shai. I had this precept for later, but I'm going to get it right now. I want to get that. I'll get that later. All right, this is Isaiah, Lord willing. Isaiah 44:3. It says, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring." That's what the Lord has done, man. Okay? We were all once hungry for this truth. Well, before we got in this truth, we were hungry for the truth. But we ran into Islam. We ran into Egyptology. We ran into the Christian church. But now that we have found the true living water, the Lord has revealed the mysteries of these scriptures unto us. More importantly, He has revealed His name unto us. All right, He gave us a guideline of what it is to do to please Him, to avoid the such coming afflictions that are coming to this place. I will pour water upon him that is thirsty. Right, man. So if you really want to seek knowledge, like the scripture said, I believe in the epilogue of Sirach, if you're addicted to learning, all right, and open these books and draw near to the Lord, He's gonna reveal the secrets and mysteries unto you, man. Okay? I believe it's Proverbs. Let me see if I can get it real quick. I think it's Proverbs. It might be Psalms. There's Psalms 1 and 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. See, that's the Lord giving us this water, okay, for those that are thirsty, that we're going to meditate upon the Lord, or we're going to think upon his precepts, okay? It says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, and bringing forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whither so he doeth shall prosper. Okay? So when we meditate upon the Lord, the drinking of this water, we're going to be like a tree planted by the water, man. You see trees that are planted by rivers, okay? They tend to be some of the biggest trees in the forest, because they're constantly being nurtured and nourished, all right, by the water, man, by the cleanness and the pureness, okay, by the essential elements that are in the water that make it beneficial for those who drink of it, or for those that come living around it and surrounded by it. So we want to be that tree planted by the garden and planted by the river. So when we are drinking of the Lord, okay, when we're meditating on these scriptures and doing the thing necessary, our fruit is going to grow on our tree. And what's that fruit? Okay? Let me see if I can get it. I'm not sure. I might just have to quote it. It might be Ephesians. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Basically, the fruit of meekness, okay, of charity, all right. So when we're growing by the Spirit of the Lord, planted by these waters, our fruit that's going to bear is our long suffering and patience. All right, you're going to start to acquire acceptable attributes, which shows that you are growing and maturing in the Spirit. All right. So for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed. I will pour in my blessing upon thine offspring. Okay? And we all are sons of the Lord. Those of us who are doing the will, okay, those of us who he has granted and called to his work, and those who are following his work, okay? This is Isaiah 35 and 7. It says, I'm going to start at 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. Okay? And we were all lame, deaf, and blind before we came into the truth. But when the Lord had woken us to the truth, we no longer became deaf, lame, and blind. Okay? We've been made whole through the Spirit of the Lord, so to speak, man. Okay? Verse 7 says, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water, in which in the habitation of dragons, where each lady shall be grass with reeds and rushes. Okay? So this is the place of drawing waters, right? This is a place where Job said, I'm a companion to devils. All right? He said, I've been a brother to dragons. Well, we're here in America, living next to these Edomites, but yet we're eating and drinking of the living water, and they have no access to it, man. Okay? This was the valley of, matter of fact, let me get there too. This is Ezekiel 37 and 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones. The valley which is full of bones is the parched land and the habitation of devils and dragons, which is here in America, the shadow of death, right? And he caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and lay unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus the Lord Yahweh thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. All right, that breath is this truth, all right, which also could be referred to as this water. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, man. Okay? All right, so this word, this breath of the Lord, all right, is what's making us live. All right? He poured his water upon his parched ground. All right, now we become a living soul, a living being. All right? All right, let me see what this precept, I had a precept, Sirach 15. In Sirach 15 and 3, says, with the bread of understanding shall she feed him and give him the water of wisdom to drink. Okay? So the Lord has given us the bread of understanding, man. All right, knowing that we got to believe on him as the scriptures have said. All right, knowing that we understand who the Gentiles are, who the heathens are. All right, we're able to separate the bitter from the sweet. All right, we're able to break down the scriptures correctly. All right, all this comes through wisdom that's been given to us of the Lord. All right. John, and it's bugged out because not bugged out, it's good, but Apostle Ramlab just came on, so I'm do my best to make this edifying, but also less time consuming, you know. This is John 4 and 14. I'm going to start at 13. So Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. Okay? Alright, so we are drinking of the hey, we're not thirsty. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. What is that? Proverbs, right? Alright, we're not thirsty, man, because we're giving the water of the Lord. Proverbs. Let me see if I want to get to the point. Right, it said, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life, right? This is Proverbs 8. No, it might be Psalms. The Psalms. Proverbs 5, like it. Tripping. Proverbs 5 and 15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern and running waters out of thine own well. Alright? And what's that? It's the well of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's the drinking of the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Alright? Not drinking of the Kabbalah. not drinking of Islam, okay, but drinking of these holy scriptures. So let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of waters in the streets. So who we supposed to be casting these water to, man? I said cast our bread upon the waters, okay? That means we'll go out there on the highways and the byways, all right, and spread the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to our people, okay? So that's what we got to be doing, all right? When we drink this water, the scripture talks about surely freely if you receive freely that y'all should give. Okay, so we're supposed to give and disperse this water, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to all those that thirst, man. Okay? Pour out that water upon that parched ground, right? Let them be only thine own and not strangers with thee. Right, man. Matter of fact, dang, what was that? Let's see if I can get it real quick. I'm going to say Isaiah. I want to say 1. I don't think so, though. Damn, I'm going to find it. Lord, we don't be to find it. Right, this is Isaiah 1 and 22. Thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. All right, and it says here in the Proverbs 5 and 17, to let them be only thine own and not a stranger with thee. Right, we're not going to mix our water with wine. Okay, what happens when you put water into, when you put water, all right, into orange juice? It becomes diluted. All right? So we're going to, this doctrine, this word that we teach, which is the word of Yahweh has to be pure. All right? Not mixed with water, undefiled. Okay? The word of the Lord is purified 7 times. Purified with what? Purified with the water. Purified with the word. Okay? Proverbs 8 and 18. Let thy fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. And what's the wife of our youth? It's these scriptures, man. The thing that we have learned from the beginning. Okay? All right? Let me get to see what this say. That goes into something else. Okay. Isaiah 44. I read that one. Let me see. 58 times. Salaki. The Spirit had me go out of order. Not out of order, but in order from the one I had written down. So Salaki. Isaiah 58, and I'm gonna get to the 10. Isaiah 58 and 10. Now thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul. Then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be at the noonday. Now we just read in Proverbs about dispersing water. Let me get it again. Salakia. Gotta get it. Proverbs 5 and 16. So let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of water in the street. So that's what we're doing. We're dispersing our waters, as it says here in Isaiah. So if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, all right, hey, what do you do? Right, the house got to explaining about a wellspring of water, right? But what do you draw water with? Okay? You got to draw it out with a bucket. Okay? All right, so we have this water in us. We got to draw it out. If thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, thy darkness be at the noonday. Right, man? So, hey, they said they who sat in the shadow of death has seen a great light. Okay? Hey, we're no longer sitting in darkness. Why? Because we have the Yahweh Shem Yahushai who spraying this water upon us, man. Okay? The Lord shall guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought and make thy fat bones and fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose water faileth not. Okay? Just like in Ezekiel, just like in that Sirach, the 15th chapter. Okay? Drinking of this water, hey, we're going to live, man. Alright? And basically that was it, man. I was going to get in Ezekiel 47, but Lord willing, I'll do that, later on. So because it's rather lengthy, and I don't have much space on my phone, But I encourage you, brother, to read Ezekiel the 47th chapter, man. All right, one of my favorite chapters. All right, So with that, I'm gonna say, call Allah, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.